Okay, let us take a look at Rstudio, the first look on Rstudio. I will share now my screen and we will take a look how Rstudio looks like when we open it. So Rstudio is so-called IDE, which stands for Integrated Developers Environment. It is a lot of goodies and features and helper tools to work with R. But the actual R is what you see here here on the left side. This part is the actual R. And RStudio is an interface around this R, but you can still use, and you can use all your scripts, all your programs and markdown files with R directly. You do not need RStudio for that, but RStudio is very convenient and helpful. So normally, what we do with RStudio is we do not work directly in R. Instead, we are creating a script or an R markdown file or a Quarto file or whatever else, and we use this script to actually work with R. So let me open an R script, and here a new script. And you can see it popped up here in the upper part. So now we can see the four main parts of RStudio. Here in this top left part of the screen, you will see the scripts. You will see sometimes data frames if you want to inspect them. So a bit like Excel sheets and markdown files and other parts of that you will be editing or working. On this lower part here, this is the console, the actual R running. So we could type here directly R commands, but we are not going to do that in most of the cases. On the top right part, you see a very important pane called environment. This is where we have all the we can list all the variables defined in our environment. We can see the history, so we can see everything that we have been doing before and some other stuff as well. Environment and history are the ones that are important for you right now. On the right lower part, you can see a file browser that allows you to navigate through your directories, through your folder structure, your desktops, etc. You see plots where whenever we create a plot, it will be displayed exactly here. Then we see the installed packages in this part here, and we see a help pane, which is also important. Those are the most important parts in the RStudio environment. Now let us now go to the script and see how it works. I press Ctrl S for saving, or you can click on this disk icon here. He asks for a name for the script that we would like to use. So I will use test script.r. And then whenever I write something in here, for example, I create a new variable and assign the value 1 to it, nothing happened yet. I just wrote it into the script. I can save it. It's a text file on my disk, but nothing happened in R yet. So in order to run this, actually, you can either click on this button here, run, and then you can see what happened here is that what happened here, don't ignore this warning message for a moment. What happened here is that this assignment 1 to the variable a was executed here in R. And if we were to type here in R directly a, we would get the value 1, showing that the variable indeed has been created. So this is how you run the stuff from the script in R. You tell RStudio to do it for you. You don't do it directly, because this has the advantage that everything that you write in your script is saved as a script. So you're writing an actual program, and then you pass it. You tell RStudio to execute this program for you. A very important and convenient shortcut is Control Enter. If I press Control Enter here, as you can see, there is a little help appearing. It's the same as actually clicking on this button. So I press Control Enter now, and you can see it was executed again. Now, we can let's not get into other options right now. One thing that I wanted to show you is a very important feature of RStudio, or of generally many programmers interfaces for programming languages. It's the so-called tab completion. So I'm writing here tab completion. Basically, if you start writing any kind of a function name, like, for example, we would like to get a summary about a particular set of data, the function for that is called summary. But instead of typing the whole word summary, as you can see, not even without pressing a tab, automatically a list of available functions that start with sum appear in a drop-down list. We can either select it using the mouse, but we can also press the tab key. And you can see already it fills out the name of the function and even the parentheses, so we can directly write it. It's even better, because let's say we want to have the summary, not sum. So I press M again, and now I press the tab. And the fun part is that when I press the tab here again, it shows me the possible stuff that I might select. For example, a name of an environmental variable or a particular parameter for the function. So this is super convenient. You will find yourself using this all the time. Let us make the summary of A, Control Enter, and we can see, okay, it's a very boring summary because there is only one value, so mean and median and all the quartiles are exactly the same. Now imagine that we have created a very important variable with the name a very important variable. Variable names are often very long because we want to tell in the name exactly what the variable does. So it's very clear from the context what it is. So now when we want to use this variable, we would have to type the whole variable name again. But we are not going to do that. We press A and then we press tab. And you can see we see the possible completions, and we do not have to type the whole variable name because it's right here. If I click on that, I get the name of the variable automatically. This saves awful lot of time and also avoids mistakes, because if we were to type this variable name, we might have make a typo. As I mentioned before, on the right side, you will see plots, you will see files, packages, the help viewer. The help viewer is particularly useful, and help in R can be called simply by typing question mark and then, for example, typing summary. If I run this, you will see on the right side, the help page for summary will appear. One more thing which I would like to show here is installing packages from R. Basically, if you click on the package pane, we can click here on install and select here the package that we would like to install. For example, we can install my package called ColorDF. When I click now on install, you note what is happening. Yes, I want to install it. No, I don't want to restore it. So look what happened. What R did was to install was to actually issue a command. What RStudio did was to issue this command, install packages. That means when we do stuff that actually influences R in RStudio, it is doing it through R. You can look up what exact command RStudio has issued to R to install this package. So RStudio doesn't install the package. What RStudio does is allow you a very convenient graphical interface for selecting a package, but then it goes and tells R to install the package. This is really important because that means you can record exactly what RStudio is doing. RStudio is not directly meddling with your R installation or with your R scripts. It always uses the R in between. That's it for now.